Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's Messages of Love from Above, all you beautiful souls. Hope you have an amazing weekend. And before we get started, let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get started here. Let's do the chat, pop it out here so I can see it better. All right. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having an amazing day. 11:55. Boom. 1155. Hey, Gene. All right. So before we get into the readings, welcome everyone. All of you who are my regular watchers, welcome. I appreciate you so much. Your thirst for hearing from spirit and all your love, energy, and support of one another. Just love it, love it, love it. And for those of you who are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. How everything works is listed in the description box of the video. I go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange. Step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well, and I return back. So that's how it all works. We'll get into the readings here in a moment, but I do want to start off first by sending love out to the world. When one person does it, I talk about this a lot, but when one person sends unconditional love energy out to the world, it's so powerful. It transforms a million individuals experiencing lower vibration fear emotions. Excuse me. And but if we do it together, it multiplies the impact that we have. So that's why I do that here. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And as I strike the singing bowl, we'll allow that beautiful love energy to flow down into our own hearts, fill us up, and then flow out to the world. So thank you for joining me. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for those of you that join me in doing that. And it's going to continue singing back there for a little bit. Very powerful singing bowl. I'm so blessed to have. It just goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. So I can still feel the energy. All right. So, and also before we jump into the readings, I'd like to make sure everyone knows about the free content that I have out there. We have a special 2024 energy forecast that we did. And it's here's the playlist for each individual zodiac sign, and it gives the overall energy of love, money, career for the year. And it broke out the year into 3 sections of 4 months each, with a blessing for each, and also some additional information for each. So be sure to check that out and check your moon sign, your love sign of Venus, your emotions of your moon sign. Whatever you wanted, that energy will tell you your journey this next coming year, and what a year it's going to be. Beautiful. Happy Pluto going into Aquarius today. I talk about that a little bit in the Aquarius pick a card that I put out, which let me just, since I'm yapping about it. Happy birthday to all you Aquarius sun babies. We've got tomorrow, we move into Aquarius. So here's a pick a card for all of us for the Aquarius season running January 21st to February 21st. And there's a special bonus reading for all you Aquarius sun babies. So you can check that out. Also, For those of you that are Capricorns, you can still check out this. Pick a card. It has a bonus reading for your 3-month forecast. So if you know any Aquarius sun babies or Capricorn sun babies, send them the link and say, "Hey, happy birthday. Here's a little forecast for 3 months." So it still gives them some good information there. Also, we did a winter summer solstice reading. Pick a card. And this one had an extra theme for like a second part to it too. So it has the big pick a card for the whole solstice period, but it also has a card for each individual zodiac sign, giving the theme for that sign for the 3 months, December 21st to March 21st, when spring and fall hit, right? Spring and fall, yep. And excuse me, there's also a little reference in there of the planets and what they um, rule over in our lives. So if you know your birth chart, you can go check the sign and go, all right, what's love going to be like? Let me check my Venus sign. All right, this is what the theme for the 3 months are. So enjoy all of that free content there. I think that was everything I wanted to share with those. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, of course, the other thing we have is each month I also have a pilgrimage meditation where we go on a beautiful little journey spiritually and visit a sacred site on the earth. This one was the Glastonbury tour in England, which is the heart chakra. Yeah, the heart chakra of the planet. And it has a 4 pick a card that in there, and each of them bring us beautiful, beautiful information. It's the first meditation of this year, and it blew my socks off, which I have to admit, my threshold of being blown away by things is really with dealing with spirit all the time. You kind of get used to like, oh yeah, there it is, but this blew me away. So excuse me. So enjoy that if you would like. And then also, every other week we talk about the new moon for the new moon wishes and full moon. So this was the Capricorn new moon that happened a couple weeks ago, or not even a couple weeks ago. But the Leo full moon is next Thursday. So Wednesdays will be about the Leo full moon energy. And if you ever want to get advanced access to these, you can become a YouTube channel member. I have Zen Cricket level, which is $7.99 a month, which gives you advanced access to these. And also, after each of these sessions, I have an hour that I take, about an hour or so, with my Praying Mantis members, where we pull readings, we are advancing our souls, talking about astrology, all sorts of stuff. And we have a special Q&A on Thursday nights for 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, too. So if you're interested, all this information is down in the description box of the video, as well as all the services I offer. I have personal readings if you are interested in those, past life readings, and I introduced birthday readings not too long ago, and they're 50% off until the end of this month. So sorry, I got a frog in my throat this morning. So if you're interested in any of that, you can check that out. And then also my Hedges of Peace and Love, and also my Wish Upon a Star Astro readings. Again, all that is down in the description box below. All right, blah, blah, blah. I know. I just like to make sure everyone knows what's available. And we will get into the free readings here. Now, I am going to be using this beautiful deck here. It's the Sanctus Concordia Tarot deck by Christopher Lee. And he was so generous when I ordered from him here. He actually offered all of my followers 10% off if you're interested after you see him. You can just follow that link, and there's the little code. You can get 10% off. So that was very kind of him. All right. So let's get into the readings here. Let me just move some stuff out of the way here. All right. So we will get started here. And so we'll start with the free readings at the very top with Happy Pill. You're up first. And as I mentioned earlier, if you do want to have your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind will do that. I'll step out and complete those and dive deeper. For the free readings, I usually pull 1 to 2 cards for the reading, but I dive deeper in those. So, all right. So Happy Pill. You want to know messages from your spirit guides. You did get one card coming out here, and you've got the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is talking about there's this pathway that you're coming to this fork in the road, right? And you're like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Two little messages that come in with it for you is one, if you don't know which way to go, then you don't have enough information yet. Because otherwise, it'd be like a no brainer. It's like, okay, yeah, obviously, I'm going to go this way, because you have enough clarity. So spirit is saying if you're unsure of which way to go, don't don't take a step yet toward it. There is no pressure. If someone's pressuring you, I need a yes or a no. Well, then the answer is no, because I don't have enough information. Oh no, take your time, take your time. That's what will happen. People pressuring you for a yes will give you more time when you tell them no. Ooh, very smart, right? Spirit is very intelligent. Um, and then the other thing when you're looking at which way to go, you can ask spirit to give you guidance and to give you messages. They really honor your free will when you come down here. They don't meddle in your life unless you ask them. I always say we give them a honey-do list before we come down, going, "All right, spirit, this is what I would like to experience here." And they're always working on that. Your spiritual entourage, right? And but they won't meddle in our life because they're like, we want like, let me do it unless I ask for help. And they're like, all right, we got you, we're behind you. They will clear their throat behind us to let us remind us that they're there. And they do that through repeating numbers, synchronicities, things that come into your life. You're like, oh, that's right, you guys are there. Thank you. And that's an indicator for you to go, oh, okay, of my own free will, I ask spirit, can you give me messages? Can you give me clarification? Can you show me which way to go here? And if you still don't get an answer, the answer is it's not the way to go. There might be a third option that we don't see yet. But if we're not given clear direction, then it's like pause and wait until we do, or until the third path mysteriously appears. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. They're saying, with these decisions to be made, there's no pressure. And if anyone is like, oh, it's urgent, you have to, well, then the answer is no. And then you, it just, you'll get the information that you need. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And that is what they have for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And Magician, you are up next. So a general for the upcoming time. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Must be the day of one card readings for at least right now, because you got the Tower card. Yay! Tower card, you know, it doesn't, it's not as scary as some of the other cards, right? Usually the tower card has this giant lightning bolt, you know, lighting up and blowing up people out of the tower. But it brings some good messages when we look at it, because the Tower card tells you that, everything that happens in our life does happen for us, even though at the time it may not feel like, like, how is that burning tower for me? Well, once it burns down, and it was already, when anything burns down in our life like this, it means that it was, what was it? What's it called? Condemned. It's a condemned ability, and it was a condemned tower. It was dangerous to be in. It had rats, and the gas was leaking. The roof leaked. It was crumbling. You entered at your own risk. And once it's deconstructed, they tear away and carry away all the rubble, and then they build a brand new castle, not just a tower, but a whole new castle for you, which I really like here. And then I'm reminded of the meditation pick a card, the Tower, of in England. So it's one of the ones that I posted here a little bit ago. So be sure to check that out. I feel if you haven't looked at that, there's some messages in there for you, because they're really showing that, because that tower, Edinburgh Tor, I think it was Edinburgh, but that one, it actually is what's left of a church, and the rubble that was left. And so I feel like it's an important, um, message that things that get moved out of and burned down out of our life are moved out of our life for us to make space for what is meant for our higher self and to clear the pathway to move forward. So if you've had something recently that was like, wow, some situation or a person or whatever has been moved out of your life, it's like take a big deep breath and step back and know that there's going to be a brand new castle put in its place, something that's updated and safe and just like beyond your dreams, because it's an upgrade. We always get upgraded when things get moved out of our life. We don't get moved from first class back to that, the seat on a plane that's at the back of the plane by the bathrooms where it doesn't move back. It's like up against the wall, and you get to experience everyone coming and going and interesting odors and everything else, and you're just like, "Oh my gosh," and you hear the people in the back of the plane, steward staff all, doing everything. You're like, "Oh my gosh." We're not moved back there. We're moved from there to like first class and then business class and then the super extra business class. And before you know it, you're sitting next to the pilot, So I like this for you, magician. And so a very much encouraging um, message. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Jean, hello, hello, Jean. Hello, love. And thank you for the reminder of hitting that like button. I always get so caught up into spirit, I forget to be so grateful for all of you that do help support the channel by giving the video a thumbs up. It does encourage YouTube to spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of the love tsunami. I really appreciate that. All right. And thank you, Jean, for the reminder. So, Jean, let's take a look here. The Virgo, I know, right? Well, they've been going through some weird stuff these last couple of days, right? So you saw behavior last night and you're a bit concerning. Let's take a look here and see. So what are their feelings and intentions towards you? All right, so we did get two. That must be feelings and intentions. And we do have the energy on the bottom of the deck since you asked here. Well, you got two. You got the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers card. So they still have this, energy of it's an important relationship, but they're also torn with the Nine of Pentacles, which is about, independence, alone time. And I feel like they're entering, we all have different cycles of our life where, and if you've ever looked at destiny card readings, I actually have the book. It's amazing because everyone has these cycles of 50, I think it's 52 days or whatever, that's like 45, 50 days, whatever. But there's all these cycles. And this is what they're bringing back to my mind here with this, which I haven't thought about this in a long time. So, it's spirit, because we have these periods where we start getting closer and closer, where there's this reflective time in our life. There's also this doing the work, um, reviewing what we do and don't want in our lives. And I feel like this is where they're at. They're in this, okay, I've got to review my entire life. And so and then kind of step back and look at, okay, what's working for me, what's not working for me, what do I want to keep in my life, what do I want to expel from my life, what do I want to adapt, what do I want to change, blah, 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 which is kind of Virgo's consistent energies anyway, which with the Lovers card, because they rule the sixth house, which the Lovers card is number 6 too. So I feel like there's this kind of energy that's below the surface here. Let's see. So what are their feelings? Well, they got the Queen of Pentacles. So they do see you as this nurturing type of energy here, and new birth and sensuality. But there's also this energy of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and I feel like they're taking this time to nurture themselves a little bit too, because of course their feelings and intentions towards you aren't about you, right? When we ask us people's, how do they think of me and feel about me and intentions or whatever, that's one of my favorite Instagram memes. Other people's opinions, feelings, thoughts of me are none of my business. Because they don't have hardly anything to do with me. We see the world as we are, not as it is. And so if I'm going through something, I'm going to see the world that way, right? If I'm angry, I see an angry world. If I'm loving, I see a loving world. If I'm full of fear, I see a fearful world and things to fear. And so, a big piece of all of this, and we'll look at their intentions here in a sec, is that it's a mirror. It's in what we see in them. So if you whatever behavior that you're seeing in the mirror when you look at them, go, how is that happening inside of me? In one way, it may not be the exact situation, but the feeling, how is that feeling happening toward me or me towards others? And why is this mirror, what did I want to see in this mirror, is important, right? Their intentions, the devil. So the devil card is they're trying to figure out their intentions. This is that, Saturn Capricorn energy coming in here where they're reviewing their life is being shaken of their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of how they're looking at things. Our first Saturn return happens like between 25 and 35, where Saturn's back to where it was in our birth chart, because it takes about 29 years for Saturn to go around the sun in the Earth years. And and so when it comes back around, it shakes and it makes us look at all of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of our life that we've had, and it challenges them. And this is the kind of energy I'm feeling that's going on with them here, even more than normal. Virgos are big thinkers, and they think about things, they can overthink about things. And so when this hits, they go way into their brain to review things, and I feel like this is what is going along a lot with them right now. The second Saturn return is 55 to 65, maybe, give or take a couple years. And the first time around, it's us impacting our lives and it has the huge transformative types of energies. But the second time around, we're looking at other people going through things. Anything we didn't deal with, we see other people dealing with, so that we go, oh, that's right, let me do that for my life too. But we see it more out here. And then the third return is like in our 80s or 90s up in there. And um, I feel like those were more a teacher for people than, because at that point we're like, we don't care anymore. All right, so that's what's coming in there for you. All right, let me just double check here. All right. So that's what's coming in, Gene. Hopefully that resonates there for you. All right. You are very welcome. Yeah. So he's in his late 30s. So yeah, I feel like they are definitely in this kind of scope of their life here. Oh, let me see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense with it feels like there's a lot of shaking going on. So that makes sense with all that energy too. You are very welcome. So, many blessings to you. All right. Yeah, I don't feel like, I just feel like giving them their give them the space, just continue to be that nurturing person and be you. But I feel like they are in their nurturing period and trying to figure stuff out. That totally makes sense with going through a divorce, and their life does feel like it's an upheaval, right? All right. All right. So Dune, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love here. And let's see what we have. So, what are your mother's feelings after you met her today? Oh, wow. Okay. So, you had a challenging relationship with her earlier. You haven't seen her for a long time. The relationship has not been the best. All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here about. What's your mother's feelings after meeting you today? Let's see what's going on inside of her. All right. The energy on the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, not Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, I saw the Queen of Pentacles down here. But the Ace of Swords is about clarity and looking at things from a different perspective. There's also the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. So I feel like that she was a bit nervous in meeting up and um because and I do believe it had to do with the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So, she knows that, she wasn't the best mother, because she didn't have a very good mother. So she didn't have a good example, you know, to learn by, and it's like, I don't know, just there's this energy. This is the underlying energy. I'll look at the other cards here too in a moment, but I feel it's important to know that it's children raising children, and our parents did the best with what they had when they were young. They didn't have a handbook for us or life, and usually when they were in their 20s and they hadn't done a whole lot of self-reflection, so they were just regurgitating whatever experiences they had as children, and it's like, wow, um, I like the what her energy she's realizing is, um, with seeing you, she is revisiting these mother um, challenges of herself because it's a mirror. It's always a mirror, right? That come in there. So let's take a look here at these other cards here. I feel like that was important here. Yeah, Page of Cups. So she is looking to, elevate her self love, and in doing that, that can roll out here. Let's see, because you have one card like this, and then three cards like this. Let's see what this all has to do with here. Okay, yeah. So with the Ten of Swords, here's all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and all of these things about, see if I can get it to focus here. The other cards were focusing. But the Ten of Swords represents all of her own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all the pressure that she had herself on herself before about, trying to please everyone and all that stuff from her own childhood that created a lot of pressure, a lot of fear when she was younger. And the feelings now is that she's ready to let go of all these supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. And there's kind of this freedom that comes in with it after meeting with you here. She's got this strength card here with her inner strength and connection with their higher selves. And I feel like they saw the strength in you too, and going, I just feel like there's this inner pride of you turned out okay, you survived and you're doing well with it all. And she has the tower too. And this tower is, an important message just for, I feel for you in that, whenever the tower is this, whatever is removed out of our life is moved out on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for us to clear our path. And when an individual in our lives, you know it's we trust that when people are there, they're there for a reason, and when they're moved, they're also moved out of our life for a reason, and when they come back in, they come back in for a reason too. It's never by whoops, spirit doesn't go, um spirit doesn't go like, oops, I didn't mean for you guys to bump into each other. Everything, they're aware of every millisecond of everything that's unfolding on the planet. And so, there is this beautiful review of things, this clearing away. And, um, I feel like she came into your life for you to also see things from this different perspective. Yeah, you gave her money. Well, yeah. So that I feel like there is this pride and it's like, wow, um, I feel like she saw you in a different light too, um, because she's changed, you've changed, definitely, right? And so she's just like, wow. And there's, like I said, this it's almost like there's this lion's pride. It's funny. But there's this um she's has this pride of who you become, regardless of you know the um her impact on it. She goes, you did well. You've survived me more successfully than I survived my mom. Kind of that energy that's in there. And it's interesting because I don't know if you had a bad relationship with her mom, but it usually skips a generation. And it's interesting how this works with humans, right? Because usually, like I said, parents don't um, review and look at things um, until later in their life. We usually don't really start to reflect on things until like our 40s and 50s. We're usually caught up in the world unfolding and all of that. And but then as grandparents, when our children have children, we've learned and gleaned and like, well, and so we treat grandchildren differently than we do our children as humans because we've learned and we're like, well, I don't want to treat my grandchildren like I treated my children, but the children are already caught up in this world of you, and then usually the adults are like, the adult children are like, why are you treating them so good when you didn't treat me that way? There's like this whole thing that happens there. So it's interesting, with that and being aware of that unfolding there. But I do feel like they are proud, um, you know, of who you've become and that you have, like I said, you've transformed yourself a lot differently in response to how your interactions with her were compared to hers with her mom and in that situation. So there is that pride there. So hopefully that helps, Dune. That is what they have there for you. So many blessings. Again, thank you so much for your donation. And I like that for you. All right. So many blessings. All right. Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love here. All right. All right. So let's see. Look here. Okay. So I think Mia, uh, you donated for needy. Is that what I'm reading here? With your going back and forth here. Okay. Very good. All right. So needy. No, not at all. I figured that's what it was. I just wanted to make sure and not assume, you know how that goes. So let's take a look here. So needy. And did you ask your question up above? Let me just scroll up here. All right, needy. There you go. Oh, just pray for you. Feeling low. Well, you might be feeling and picking up this Pluto moving into Aquarius. It's doing some shaking up too, but we'll pull some cards here for you and just see what messages they have here for you. Oh, okay, there you go. When will you be able to heal 100% from your past? When will you get out from negative people and vibes? When will you gain your confidence back? Okay, let's take a look here. And thank you, Mia, for your generosity. You're so sweet. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know? When will you heal from your past? When will you get out from negative people and vibes? And when will you gain your confidence back? Of course, all of those are interconnected, right? And yeah, so the energy on the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Cups. And this has to do with your relationship with your higher self. And you also, on the bottom of the deck, have the Ace of Swords, which is about gaining clarity on some stuff on your life here. Let me see if I can get these both where they will focus here. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful cards here. So the yeah, because here's the conflict. Yeah, and you've even got all this swords and the strength card and the 10 of swords. Yeah. So all of these are on the bottom of the deck that just all, you know, come into here. It's all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are a big piece of all of these here. Because you've got all of the swords, all this thinking that's going on here. And with this Ace of Swords and this Strength card, you know, the Strength card kind of reinforces this message here of connecting with your higher self, right? And here's the strength, here's the courage, here's the confidence with the Strength card, you know, getting in tune with that. So that's just the underlying energy, not your official cards here. We'll look at these here. But so, you know, when we realize here a big piece of transformation that happens for you is when you realize that there's two of you live in this life. You have your human side, who is um, connected to these fear-based belief systems, and it has fear in it for a reason, for survival, right? So we have like, don't stick your head in a lion's mouth if it's not a trained lion, or even ever. Don't walk too close to that high cliff, you're going to die. So there's this energy that comes in with, there's survival instincts in the human. But that's just the character we're playing. We realize the actor behind the character, who we really are, is that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. The lion in this picture is our human, and the maiden here is our higher self. And what happens in our life is the lion is told to look outside of itself for its fulfillment and its wholeness. It's told to look in relationship situations and things, and that's going to fill you up and it's going to make you feel good, right? And of course, the lion goes, all right, like all of us, we're told to go out there, and it eats and drinks of relationships of all kinds, family, friends, romantic, whatever. And those are disappointing. They don't fill us up for very long at all because they're unstable. People change, people walk away, people pass away. So when we look at that, we're like, all right, what's going on there? And then we're told, look at things, our education, our career, our jobs, our social status. Situations we get in are supposed to make us feel full and satisfied. And what? Nope, those things are constantly changing too, so they never fill us up for very long, if at all. And then things, we're told, look at that, your bodies, your bank accounts, your possessions. But those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, unstable. And so all this instability, all this disappointment we experience in the outside world changes this lion into a hangry, roaring lion in the jungle that's desperate to feel full. Because the more it ate, the hungrier it got. The more it drank, the thirstier it got, to where it's like, I need some satisfaction. And this is what happens in our life. We hit a point where we're so disappointed and just bleh in the world, the outside world, because it's not bringing us what we was promised it would bring us, right? And and so when that happens, we turn inward and upward, because the outside world is not bringing us what we want. So we're like, ugh. So we go inward and upward, and then that's when we find the only stable thing in our lives, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. So this maiden is made of unconditional love That's what our lion is hungry for. So our higher self doesn't come down to kill our human self. We're part of each other. It actually hugs us and gives us the love that we've been looking for. So this hangry, roaring lion in the jungle transforms to a purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self. And then now that we're really aware, because in the beginning we're not super connected and realizing how powerful we are, but when it comes down and we have this connection with our higher self, we develop this beautiful connection with our higher self, then it transforms everything because we start walking hand in paw together through life, seeing things differently, the outside world not needing to complete me, finding my completeness from within. And the world transforms from something that's falling short and lacking to something overflowing and beautiful there, right? Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So here's the 7 of swords. This is your cards here. And this shows the awareness of your own thoughts and beliefs. Here's all this sword stuff again. Your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived you and cheated you out of things and stolen from you. And it's these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we're given when we're growing up, of all the supposed tos, the shoulds, all those opinions. That's what this, Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords is doing, is allowing you to see things from a higher perspective. And you're able to connect. The more you connect with your higher self in the spirit world, the more you connect to that unconditional love, right? And the more we do that, the more we see the lies of this world, which are small t truths, rooted in fears and opinions about supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. And when we realize, oh, like the lion, we were lied to, uh, you know, that those things of the outside world, this long list is supposed to fulfill you. And when it doesn't, then that's when we, get to that point here with these where there's this transformation of thought and belief. And we're ready with that 10 of swords to let go of all these supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts, because we're no longer looking to those to fulfill us. We're finding what we need on the inside. So everything else becomes, like we said, above and beyond extra in the outside world. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you got the Page of Swords. So you got all this swords. A lot of it has to do with thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and transforming them here. So you've got the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords. All of these are about transformation. Yeah, and uh, and and the Four of Swords. So definitely here, this is the peace of mind card, which I like. That's like your final thought card out of all of these swords cards that you got. Very much the source of our suffering is our beliefs and attachment to these thoughts and beliefs as reality when they're really just opinion of people that's been given to us. And so the solution here, when you're talking about when are you able to heal 100% from your past, it has to do with you transforming your energy. You've got also the King of Wands and the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, you have the 10 of Swords, which is, I'm sick and tired of trying to please everyone else and live up to all these rules, these fake rules. It's like, I don't have to anymore. And the 10 of Wands is, you've been investing all this energy trying to live up to all this stuff and you're done. The King of Wands is like Emperor's energy. It's Aries energy. It's your energy where you are. Thank you everyone for your opinion on all your self elected advisors in my life. Thank you for all of your suggestions and opinions. Now I'm going to decide for me, what do I want for my life? What form does that look like? And I'm going to take action toward it. And this is what happens, when we look at this, you know, how can I heal from my past? Well, we go back and look at these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. What story did I apply to my past? I'm the one that chose that story. Could be a lot of opinion. People said, this is what you're supposed to think about that. Okay, I do. But you can change your story. You're the one that's in charge of the story of your life. You're the one that chooses your emotions. You're the one that chooses your energy that you put forward, like attracts like, and you're the one that is in charge of your physical actions. No one else. There's no blame needed because there's no right or wrong. It's just, all right, I've experienced this in my life. I can transform it. And you don't need to heal because you're not broken. You're perfect. It's just you're like the story you've told yourself. You're like, I'm bored. I'm tired of that story. I'm ready to change it. And that's when you have this energy of I want to heal. It is this movement and this change from that. And when you get out from negative people and vibes, everyone is a mirror. So when you get out of negativity and those vibes, you're going to see the world change around you, because also that energy, if we're focusing on our fears and our pain and what we hate and what we fear, will come into our life or not leave our life, or all those things. We're drawing in those things. But when we change our vibration from lower vibrational fear energy, and we start focusing on gratitude, and we start focusing on love, unconditional love, not conditional love, but unconditional love, and joy and laughter and peace. Wow, our energy rises and we start drawing in different things into our life as well. And this is where you get your confidence back, is when you realize who you really are. You're not this human character you're playing. You're a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, right? You are a very powerful being, and this is what's important, is to remember who you really are, right? And so there's this energy that changes here, right? So you said you're in a phase of life, you have death in front of you, not afraid of it. That's good. Doesn't mean you need to bring death earlier, though, right? No, no, no. You just you don't want anything from anyone. You just want your education, knowledge, learning daily, growing daily, loving yourself again over fears, and get your confidence back. Yep. And that's exactly it. You in with spirit. You're never ever alone. Even if humans can't be trusted. Because we all have an inner child, and when our inner child feels unsafe or out of control, we do stupid shit, as I usually say. um, because we knock our loving, compassionate, intelligent side of us gets booted out, and a little 2-year-old, and it's a pouting 2-year-old, and its hissing cat are in charge, and it'll do all sorts of crazy stuff. Unloving, unkind, uncompassionate, unintelligent things to feel back in control, because it's a 2-year-old. It doesn't know any better. But when we're out of fear, then that's when we're connected to all of that too. But we're never ever alone. We do have a beautiful posse of support that's around you. Like you said, it's this connecting to your higher self, this being that loves us unconditionally, that part of ourself, eternally, unconditionally loving. We feel that love fill us up, and then we see the world differently because we're not trying to make it validate us. We're getting validated from an eternal, unconditionally loving, beings that love us. That's our foundation, and then everything else starts to transform and change, right? Yum, pastries, yeah. Yeah, and that's an external thing trying to make you internally happy, but it's the internally. So if you can take time to step out and meditate, not even meditate, but just talk to your higher self, talk to your posse of support that's around you. You have a guardian angel, you've got tons of angels, spirit guides, you've got loved ones on the other side, you've got ancestors, fairies, unicorns, just a whole host, thousands of beings of unconditional love and light that surround you and support you on your path. And when we're not getting it on the outside world, it's perfect for our path, because there is a time in our life when that grows old and disappointing and empty, and then we're like, well, what do I do? And that's when we turn inward and upward, and we're like, there it is, what I've been looking for all along. So hopefully that helps, Needy. um, you know the more you can connect to that higher unconditional love and see that, then, that changes everything. Yeah. As I say that. Again, and here's the lovers, which is connecting to your higher self. You've got the love from above with the Ace of Cups. And this is definitely like what I was talking about here. The three cups of the outside world do not fulfill us. Here comes that Ace of Cups. Big honkin' Ace of Cups up above here being brought to us, showing us the love that we've been looking for all along. So hang in there, my dear. And just know that you are truly unconditionally loved beyond um, anything that we can comprehend in human form. But at least we can have a little taste of it, and may it bring you a little bit of peace today. So hang in there. And that's what they have for you right now. And I feel like we went deep into this because it impacts more than just you. Everyone goes through this experience as a human. So you're definitely not alone. And I feel like we um, brought this message for other people too that will glean from this. So hang in there, my dear. Right. And again, Mia, thank you so much for your donation and your caring heart. All right. I think that was it for the donation. So we'll scroll back up here. And we had left off with Blessed One. And Blessed One, you want to know what is coming in for you. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about what's coming in here for you. All right. So you got the Nine of Wands coming in for you right now. And the Nine of Wands is a great card. It's has energy of hermit-like energy, with the nine being the nine. Major Arcana 9 is the Hermit. And this Nine of Wands represents, stepping back, looking at your power. What have you been feeling? Normally, this person has a bandage on their head because they've been feeling like they've been hitting up against a wall over and over and over again. Like there's this, wall that I can't get through. What is this, right? And so this message that comes in here with this is being aware of where you're investing your energy, because whatever you focus on is what grows. We were just talking about like attracts like. Um, we have a large portion of our energy in our life is, you know, always it's always emanating from us. We're always putting out energy, and whatever that energy is pointed at is what is drawn to us. It's like a magic wand. I'm focusing on that. I draw that to me, and if I'm like, oh, I don't want to draw that to me, I change what I'm pointing at, and it draws different things to me. And this is what this Nine of Wands does. There's this nine wands that are in front that are blocking us, and when I realize, why is this one wand glowing brighter than the others? And it's like, oh, that's my magic wand. That's my Ace of Wands. I reach out, I grab it, I take my power back, and miraculously it opens up when I remove one of those, there's a space big enough for me to slide through this wall. And so this awareness that's coming in for you right now is to step into your power, realize, what is it that I'm focusing on? Like, step back, evaluate, out of, every day, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on all the fear of the world, the news, what's not going right, what I hate in my life, what I fear will come in or not come into my life, or fear will leave my life or not leave my life? And when we realize, oh wow, I'm drawing all this in, and it's not a blame, creator going, oh, look what you're doing. It's like, hey, be aware of your power, because you're the one that's drawing it, so you can change it. That's where we want it anyway. We don't want, oh, my life is dependent upon everyone else. My life is me choosing what I'm drawing in. So I feel like that's an important thing. Like, what's coming in, whatever you're focusing on is what the message is. It's like, if you're going to draw in lower vibrational things when we're focused on lower vibrational energies and emotions and thoughts and all that. But when we focus on higher vibrational things that sound like unconditional love and gratitude, joy, laughter, peace, we draw that in instead. So I like this. I feel like they're saying there's lower vibrational things that have been headed your way, and some higher vibrational. But if we're spending 90% of our time focusing on that, that stuff comes in more often and faster than the other. And I feel like, oh, you know what? I want more of that. We do that. One of the cute analogies Spirit gave is like a little kid going into a donut shop, and they point at the donuts and the glass counter, and they point out point at like all these donuts they hate. They get dozens of donuts they hate, and they're like, "Why are you giving me this?" The baker just says, "Well, that's what you're pointing at. If you want dozens of donuts that you love, point at what you love, and I'll give you dozens of that instead." And it's like, oh, so the baker just obeys what we're pointing at. We're like, God, why are you doing this to me? They're like, well, you're pointing at it. I thought that's what you wanted. That's what we can say something with our mouth, but our energy, where we're having our intention and our focus, is what draws it to us. So we can affirm all we want all day long. I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I am wealthy. But if we're focusing on our lack, we're just going to draw more lack in. So that's what's coming in, a beautiful, beautiful awareness and stepping into your power. So I like that for you, blessed one, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. You are very welcome, Needy. So let me just catch up here. Very good, Needy. You'll get there. You'll get there. Yeah, absolutely. Boom, the power. All right. And then up next, we've got Goddess Angelic Vibes 1111. You want to know who is coming towards you. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know about who is coming towards you. All right. So you have the High Priestess, which this is saying for right now, Spirit's message is about stepping back. The High Priestess goes into her High Priestess temple, connects to the higher realms, looks behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions, dives into the unknown and the hidden, and has some revelations coming in here. So it's like there's this pause, even with the two at the top. Oops, see if I can get it to, it looks like the pause button, and those two huge pillars is like a pause button, like when you're playing something on a recorder or whatever. It's like pause. There's a pause in people coming towards you right now. There's just like this temporary pause. Don't worry, it's not permanent. It's temporary for you to look at, okay, what is it that I want in my life? As we connect higher, we see things from a higher perspective. As we dive deep into our emotions, we understand more of our emotions, what's going on. And in this, it's a time of connecting. I mean, she's of course very um, connected to spirit, and asks for advice, asks for clarity, asks for things to be revealed. What can be moved out of my life? What things do I need to know about love and how I love myself? And what restrictions do I have in my mind around love, self love, and other love? And what emotions do I have that I can clear away to make space for love to come in? And so it's right now, it's like this, taking a big deep breath, taking a step back, connecting with spirit, doing some clearing away of things. This helps change your energy. It helps um, create the atmosphere and the environment that's draws in this love that you're looking for, right? As we talk about, the things that bubble up are the things of the lower vibrational energy that are bubbling below the surface, that are on autopilot running. And so they're saying, spend some time with us, ask us, journal, say, I loved when they're reminding me of when I was doing a lot of my shadow work. I'd spend a lot of time by myself, and I would just um, go somewhere, like out in nature, somewhere quiet, even just sitting in my room by myself, and just sit there and take deep breaths and ask spirit, bring up the next thing that you want me to look at from my past that I can transform. And here, a memory would come right up, and they're like, "Order up, here you go." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, let's look at this from a higher perspective." A lot of deep breathing and look at it and go, "Okay, I see why I had this belief that that meant something about me, and I see it from a different perspective, and I would transform it into higher knowledge and wisdom." And or spirit would help me. And we'd be like, "Oh, okay, now that does that memory didn't have an lower vibrational charge to it anymore, it had a higher vibration charge to it." And so I feel like this is what they want you to know right now, that there's this pause to look at those things, to raise your vibration, to draw in something higher for you. So it's just a little pause for a little bit. All right, yay! That's what they have for you, goddess angelic vibes, but it is worth it because there's so much freedom, for it on the other side. So that's what we have. All right, so many blessings to you. All right, and then content, you are up next. So where will you meet your future partner? All right, let's see what spirit is willing to tell you about location, location, location. And we actually have 2 cards. Let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, it's about groups. You got the 3 of cups here, which is about like a posse, a tribe, doing things with friends. The 5 of wands too is this energy of conflict to moving to this loving energy, which there's this friends kind of story that's behind here that they're bringing up for me here. So this does tell me that where you'll meet is doing something with your friends. Whoa, enjoying yourself, having doing something you love, this passion, whatever this thing is that you and your friends like to do. It's like, yeah, we're gonna go do this, and while you're doing that, you're like, there's someone else that loves doing what you guys are doing. But I feel like it's a small group of friends, not like a huge thing, but I feel like it's at a gathering together of friends is where you will meet your future partner. So I like this. If you don't have any friends, it's time to make them. No, I'm just kidding. I know you do have friends. So there is this, yeah, I want to go do something with these individuals. And when you are doing these things with individuals, like small group of individuals, this is when you do it. A group activity is where you'll meet your future partner. So I like that. That's the little tidbit. They don't want to like. It's always a scavenger hunt and the discovery. We don't get to have that on the other side, which is amazing, right? Over there, we just want to know something. We know it. We want to be somewhere. We're there. We don't get to enjoy the process of something unfolding, something blossoming, the scavenger hunt, the adventure of getting somewhere, from moving from here to there. We get to have that journey. And that's one of the big things that draws us here is that. So enjoy the little tidbit that they're giving you, the little breadcrumbs leading you on the way. But that's what they have for you right now. Content. Yeah, be content with that. But a bunch. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Anjali Joshi. Hello, hello. So, higher self messages from the person on your mind. All right. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit have for you here? What messages? All right. Well, here you go. So you've got the Temperance card and the Eight of Pentacles. Temperance is things going back and forth between those 2 cups, which is the slow, patient unfolding of things, right? Which is good. Um, I know that's not what our human enjoys, but we don't get to experience patience on the other side. As I was just saying, we want to know something, we know it right away. We want to be somewhere, we're there. We don't even have to go in the process. The temperance, the slow unfolding of things, is an important part of your journey. And the Eight of Pentacles does show that there is progress, there is movement that's happening, because the Eight of Pentacles is, you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, but it's the movement of going from an apprentice to a master. You're headed into this in the outside world of progression, things are happening. So the message from the higher self of the person on your mind is just trust the process, trust that things are unfolding. You've been taking all the steps, and now it's like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It's taken the process to go through it. Can't rush it. You can't cut it out earlier, like a butterfly. If you ever hear about if you open a cocoon and slice it open to let the butterfly out, the struggle of getting out of the cocoon is what builds its wing muscles that allows it to fly. If you cut it out too early, it can't fly. It doesn't have the muscles. It just will be a pretty caterpillar walking around. It can't fly, right? So I like this for you. It's a message of patience, knowing things are unfolding. Trust the process. All right. So that's what you have for you, Anjali. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue down the list here. And Grace 1111. So, future self message. What does the future self have to tell you? What do they want you to know right now? All right. So, you get one card. Wow, I like this too because it's a powerful card, a major arcana chariot. And I like this because this is such an important message that comes in. Did you get this before? I don't know. It just feels familiar for some reason, but it's a good reminder, regardless, that every second you are making choices for your life. No one can make you happy, no one can hurt you. That's your job. I love that. Byron Katie, wonderful, wonderful, sweet soul. Her website is thework.com if you're interested. But there's this great energy around the chariot because every moment is simply a choice between fear or unconditional love. The fear of losing conditional love or unconditional love. Every moment is a choice between the two. And we kind of make four choices. We have the story that we're choosing to put to whatever's going on is coming from here. The emotions we're choosing to feel is coming from here. The energy we're putting forward and drawing things to us, like attracts like in here, solar plexus, and the physical actions that we're choosing to take in each moment. All of that we are in control of, and that's great. When I first was told that by spirit, I was just like, I'm having a hard time believing that, you know, because we've got a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we've been given all our life, supposed to's around the story that is supposed to mean, the emotion we're supposed to feel, the energy I'm supposed to put forward, the physical actions I'm supposed to do, all this popular opinion that we've been given all our life that we took on as our own opinion, we took on as our habit, transformed into our reaction, where things sometimes, our thoughts happen, our emotions, our energy, our physical actions have become a reaction. But we can change that. We learn through repetition. We can change things through repetition. So I get to every moment choose the story I'm putting to what's happening, lower vibration, higher vibration, the emotions I'm choosing, lower vibration, higher vibration, energy, and physical action the same. So there's a big empowerment coming in here saying it's important for you from your future self around what's happening in life is that you're taking responsibility for your life. You're taking responsibility for all of your emotions you've experienced in the past, all the stories of the past, going, all right, yeah, people made it harder or easier to choose fear or unconditional love, but I ultimately chose. And even though they told me over and over, this is the story, you're like, okay, you accepted that as the story, but now you can change the story too. In the beginning, I was a little pissed off when I discovered that my entire life was my choices. And I didn't want to accept that. But then I eventually was like, you know what? If I accept responsibility for everything in my life that I wanted it for me for some reason, I'm the one in control. I'm the one empowered for my life. And that's life changing, right? That no one can make me happy. I can make me happy. I can choose to be happy for no reason at all, and no one can take it away from me. But no one can ever tell me. I mean, the people can tell me what I'm supposed to think, but I don't have to think that way. People can tell me how I'm supposed to feel, but I don't have to feel that way. People can tell me this is what you should be focusing and drawing into your life. I don't have to do it. People say this is what you should do physically in the world. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Yeah, I have to put up with the repercussions of people's reactions and responses or whatever, but ultimately I get to choose. And there's a lot of power in that. So that's what's coming in for you, Grace. I love it. So flex your choice muscles. There really are muscles there. Don't comment, please. All right. So many blessings. All right. So Mega W, you'll be up next. I do have a donation coming in. Thank you so much, Dune, for your additional donation. Give that some love there. Anyone to know you're gonna try to focus on your author courses. All right. So will you succeed? Will it help you mentally? It starts in February. Well, we definitely have some great energies coming in February. And actually they're starting right now with Pluto's moving into Aquarius. There's big transformative energies happening, but also it's a perfect time for starting new things because all the inner planets are direct, all the outer planets are direct, and they're all going to be direct for a little period of time. Very powerful time of new beginnings. So the tide, it's going to be very easy for you and for all of us to learn things and to launch things because the tide's moving out. And so that's the best time to go out in a boat, not when the tide's coming in and capsizing, right? So energy is really good. Let's see what Spirit has to say in addition to that. They wanted me to share that. So very positive things are coming here. All right. Yeah, I know. It's like, what? It's a very auspicious time. And then we have our eclipses start. So it's like the calm before the storm, but it's great. It's a great time. Yeah, look. And here's Aquarian energy too. Uh, the star card, which is dreams come true. So it definitely helps, with this energy. I'm not sure why it's not uh, focusing in on there, but I love that. First card coming out, dreams come true. Yeah, and you do have this transformation of emotion too. So you move from focusing, on lower vibrational emotions to this new passion, this happiness coming in here. Look at all that spark and that energy flowing out of that Ace of Cups. So it does give you this upliftingness of your emotions definitely coming in here. And let's see what these other two are here. Yeah. The Two of Swords, it helps you get out of your mind and into your heart. And the High Priestess card, too, helps you dive into the unknown and the mysterious and really get in tune with your gifts. So I love all of these cards coming in here. I feel these author courses are very supported. I feel like you learn a lot. I feel like you gain some good connections with other people. And there's this wonderful transformation here. It just really helps you get out of this mental place into your heart and connecting to your passions and to expressing your heart through your words and through your writing. So I do like this. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you got Page of Cups, which is heightened emotion, along with that Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands too, which is this new passion, heightened passion that comes in. I feel like this is what you've needed to around your writing to really just ignite a new phase, a new step here for you. So, I mean, very good cards coming in here for you. So enjoy that. Um, I feel like you get tools that help you get out of your head and into your expression, which I like. Because we can get caught up. I know with writing, we can get caught up into the, you know, structure and this and that, blah, 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 and these thoughts and beliefs and all this. But when you get into your heart to express yourself, I feel like this is what they help you do too. So I like that for you, Dune. Very, very happy, happy energy. So sorry. So thank you so much for your donation. I'm excited to hear about your journey if you're willing to share that as you go along. All right. Thank you again for that donation. Okay, we'll scroll back up here. We left off with Mega W. And you want to know what's coming in life for you here. What does Spirit want you to know about what's coming in life here? All right. So you got the 10 of Cups energy coming in here, and this is fulfillment of emotion, full overflowing. I love how they present the 10 of Cups here because there's this emotion between adults, emotion between parent and child, and it's just the fulfillment and overflowing emotion that is coming into your life here. This can be romance, it can be reconnection with old friends, with family members that you've drifted apart or haven't talked to in a long time. That cousin that moved away, suddenly they're moving back in. You're like, oh my gosh, best friends, you know. There's just this energy of like all these emotional cups in your life filling up and overflowing. And I like that for you. A lot of that does come here. You got the judgment card on the bottom, which is your higher self drawing you to this higher place in your life too. So, you know, and that's double endings and double beginnings. So you've got the X and the double X coming in here. That doesn't mean, excuse me, X is coming back into your life. This is you have these endings and beginnings that are happening, things that are falling away, things that I feel like you've been letting go of relationships, letting go of emotions that don't serve you. I feel like you've been working on this and contemplating these, focusing on them, allowing things to flow away, which is creating this space for higher vibrational emotional experiences because it's like you're going into a dirty kitchen with all these cups that had old, you know, stuff in it that got moldy, and I don't know why they're showing me this, but you're going into this kitchen, and this is the kitchen of your heart, right? And you got all these cups with stuff in it that you're like, "Ooh, how old is that?" I don't know, but you're pouring it out and washing it, and now there's a cup that's clean and ready to be filled, and there's another one you're pouring out, and you're cleaning it, and you're getting it, and it's like all these cups you've been emptying is allowing this um, new love to be poured into them, and that's what I feel is coming in for you. And I feel like you have been doing some clearing away of past. This is the moldy stuff. The Three of Swords is the past pains and lower vibrational emotions that you've been looking at and going, you know what, that's not about me. I've experienced that enough. I'm not going to drink from that cup anymore, and dumping that out. And that's where forgiveness comes in. I love that there was, I forget which of my 100 plus oracle decks it was in, but there was this great example of what forgiveness is. And it's like forgiveness is refusing to be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non-actions, words or non-words. And there's this pouring out of that, pouring out of that pain. That's where the forgiveness, we're releasing all of that and washing it. Not that we'll let anything happen again. We're not going to forget, but we're pouring out that pain and preparing that vessel to be a vessel of love instead of pain. So I love that. And I feel like that's what's coming in for your life here, Mega. So way to go. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Soul Searching Vibe, you will be up after that. And Dune, thank you for your additional donation. You're so generous. Thank you. So you're waiting to help. You're waiting for help with your hyperhidros. Will it come? All right, we'll take a look here. And I'm not sure what that is. Spirit will know what that is. If it's medical, of course, I always have to have a disclaimer that I'm not a medical professional, financial advisor, lawyer, etc. And of course, tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. And ultimately, everybody has to make their own choices in their life. So let's take a look here and see, will you help come here with your hyperhidros? And what do they want you to know here? All right. So all right. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I feel like here there things will. I mean, ultimately, you've got this death and this rebirth. Okay. You have this death and this rebirth, this restart with the King of Pentacles, which is abundance and overflowing things that come in here, right? And it kind of feels like it's out of order because you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which does show progression in the outside world. Um, that leads you to the Nine of Pentacles, but then you got the Six, which would be over here, and the Seven. So it kind of goes in out of order because it should be 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And so it feels like things unfold in a different way than they normally do. And you're like, well, normally it's this and that and that and that, but why is it like 8, 9, 6, 7? So it's kind of like a reversal of how things unfold. But it definitely feels like you do. You got the King of Pentacles, which is abundance, fullness of outside life, and the death and rebirth card, which is kind of like it feels like 8, 9, and usually 10 is a restart. It's like 6, 7. So it's like um, uh, just things are a little out of order with it normally here. So you usually get help once a year, but you have not been called for treatment to this year. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of out of sorts and things are out of order there. So you might want to actually follow up with them because I feel like maybe something didn't, um, you know, get done um, like it normally is. Like something happened where things are out of order with where you get the treatment. So you might just call him and go, "Hey, I normally get this and I haven't been called yet. Just checking in." And they'll be like, "Oh my god, yeah, we need to reset this. Sorry, something happened. It didn't generate or it didn't pop up right. So let me reset that." It's that kind of energy with it. So I would definitely check in with all of this. But you got the Six of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. All of these are um all of these are, you know, um, um, positive cards. Even the Seven of Swords is like just a message of kind of some communication mix-ups. And so I feel like that it's important for you just to reach out to have clarity happen around it, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, Dune. I like it. Very positive cards, though. Um, Minahil, no, I haven't done your reading. Miss Rack, no, I haven't done your reading yet either. So there you go. And we'll see here. Where are we at here? Yeah, Minahil, you're like about 8 or 9 away, and I don't even see you on the screen right now. So you must be further down there, Miss Rack. All right. So that's what they have for you doing. Again, thank you so much for your multiple donations. I love this for you. Definitely, but I would reach out and because it just feels like something's happening with their systems or how the names pop up or how they reach out and something just I feel like something didn't get set right or whatever and it needs to be reset. They're like, oops, yeah, something weird happened. Let me just there you go. Let's schedule that or whatever. So that's what's coming in. All right. And then soul searching vibe. You are up next, and you want to know how will your future spouse be? All right, let's give a little tidbit here. What does spirit want you to know about this spouse? You got the Two of Pentacles coming in here, and the Two of Pentacles is a well-balanced individual in the outside world. So I like this for it. It's this energy of um I don't know, they're just very smooth um cyclical type of external person. And it's interesting. I feel like it's called a snowbird in the United States, um, which is someone who spends half their time somewhere and half their time somewhere else. It's like especially we have a lot of people like from Canada, who during the winter go to Florida because it's, not super like humid, horrible in Florida or like southern states. And then during the summer, they'll go back north because it's not as bad. The cold isn't as bad. It's a nice summer. So they go and it's like a snowbird is what's called when it snows. They go south for the winter and then they go back north for the summer. And I kind of feel like this is who your spouse is. It's like they have this dual residence where they do spend half their year somewhere and then they come back and spend the half or a portion of the year in another place. And I feel like this is interesting energy coming through there for him. But that's what is coming in there. I'm like, hey, I'm all about that, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, soul searching vibe, another little tidbit about your future spouse. All right. All right. And we are to Goldie, and you wanted a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know right now. All right. And you got the Four of Swords. I love this peace of mind coming in. So whatever's been kind of causing this, energy of, um, I don't know, just any kind of conflict that's been going on in your head, there's some great peace of mind coming, some clarity that's coming that puts your mind at ease. So whatever's, if you're waiting for communication, you're waiting for results or responses from someone or whatever this is, there's some great information that's going to be coming in that just brings your mind to like, okay, good. That's off my mind now. So there's some good resolution that's coming in mentally for you. So just be aware, it is on its way and it is coming your way. So yeah, 10 of Cups. You're gonna have this. It's good positive outcome with the 10 of Cups. You feel joy that comes from it too. So I like that for you, Goldie, and that's their message for you right now. And then Lynx Lee, you are up next here, and Leo's next actions towards you. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about Leo's next actions. Well, we got the Queen of Swords coming in here. So Leo is kind of balancing out their head and their heart. I feel like they've been in their head a lot. I know we've been pulling cards on this Leo for a little bit, but it does feel like there's this transformation. The Queen of Swords rolls over the swords, mental suit, but all the queens are given a second portion of emotion. So I feel like where they've maybe have been in their head a lot around stuff, balance is happening, yay, which means, that they're starting to see things with clarity. That, in the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Cups, which does show some emotions being shown forward here. So I do feel like you're going to get some communication around feelings, and you're like, whoa, finally, why these, but don't respond that way because that'll just send them in the other direction. Just be grateful for what little tidbits you get. If you're like, well, I've been waiting for my meal for a while, and they bring you your small dinner salad. It's like, enjoy the dinner salad. No, the bigger meal's coming. I don't know how to say that. Maybe I'm getting hungry, but there is this movement that's coming here. So I like it. So you should have some emotion expressed here within the next 2 to 3 weeks, if not sooner. Right. So that's what they got for you, Links Lee. So many blessings to you. And Starfall, you're up next, like a general for February. So let's see, what do they want you to know about February here? All right. Well, we got some good clearinghouse coming in here with the Tower card. Tower always tells us whatever unfolds in our life does unfold for us. And when people are moved out of our life, situations, things, whatever it is that's moved out of our life is moved out on purpose for a purpose. It creates space for that which is in alignment more with our higher self and clears our path too. So if there's been some obstacles and obstruction, we might not even realize that we're like, well, and they're showing me like, if you've ever traveled across the country and like it feels like every highway you're on is having construction where it's every down to one lane and everything else, and you're just like, oh my god, and you get stuck behind trucks and all this. Like, you don't realize it until all of that's gone and all the freeways are open. And I feel like that's what's happening for you in February. A lot of these obstacles, a lot of this construction, the deconstruction, construction, there's a lot of movement and change of things that do open up your life where you're like, okay, so just remember when that tower's on fire and burning down, okay, this is being moved out of my way for me so that I can have something more in alignment with what I'm wanting in my life. What your higher self wants in your life too. So I like that for you, Starfall. So I know it doesn't have to be scary. Unless you want to experience some fear, then go on that roller coaster ride. But when you've had enough, just know, okay, that's right, this is for me. And that tower, when it gets burnt down and all the rubble moved, this brand new upgraded castle gets put in its place. Not just another tower, but a castle with 4 towers and an amazing, a garden and everything else, right? It's definitely worth it. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you are up. Any blessings coming for you here? Yeah, you got this Two of Wands energy coming in here, which is this whatever you focus on is what grows and expands and of course is drawn to you with the Two of Wands. Every moment we can focus on lower vibrational or higher vibrational. Whatever we focus on is what we draw in. And I feel like there's blessings definitely coming your way, but the extent of how big and how often is in your hands. Literally, your world is in your hands here. And I love this card because it shows you that you are the one that that controls what you're drawing in. And quite honestly, from spirit, everything is a blessing because it's like going to a giant amusement park. When we come down here, we don't realize how fun all of the everything is until we're back on the other side and we're like, oh my god, that was so cool, experiencing depression and resentment and betrayal. Oh my god, that was so fun. But when we're down here experiencing it, we're like, oh my god, this sucks. But everything is a blessing, but the higher vibrational blessings that we are more comfortable with, gratitude, unconditional love, enjoying peace and laughter, those success, abundance, those are our natural state. Those are more comfortable for us. These other lower vibrational feel uncomfortable because that's not normal for us. Back on the other side. That's why they feel so uncomfortable. But all of that to say that you get to control what energy you focus on and what you draw in. So the more you focus your energy on that higher vibrational gratitude for what's coming in, the more blessings you get. If you consider something a blessing, you have gratitude toward it, more blessings come in, right? So much of that is within your own control. And that's what they want you to know about, Cutie. So many blessings to you. Not yet, Alexis. Haven't quite got 2 years yet. Let me see. Yeah, I think you're probably about 10 or so away there. All right. So Anusri, you are up next here. Let me just double check something here. Okay. So make sure there wasn't an emergency up above me here with my host. Everything is fine there. All right. So, Anusri, you want to know your spouse staying in your society, just a yes or no. Okay. So let's take a look here. Are they staying in society, yes or no? All right. Well, the strength card would be a yes, because this is courage, power, standing strong. So this would be between a yes and a no. That is a yes. So there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Easy breezy, short and easy. All right. So we'll continue moving down here. So smooth life, you're up. Any significant relationship coming to you soon? Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about that? All right. We're doing one card readings a lot today. But we got the Hanged Man coming in here, which is no, not soon. I'm sorry. It's like the cocoon. It's a waiting, transformation, things unfolding kind of card. Caterpillar takes time to convert to a butterfly. So that is this, energy of not soon. It's going there. But when the things are going slow, like that. When we get a patience card, it's an opportunity. Things are going slow on purpose for you and for them. So this relationship, it's giving them time to raise their love vibration. So you have a more higher vibrational relationship instead of a lower vibrational, energy on the other side. Um, and also gives you time to raise your love vibration. And then as you guys both raise your love vibration, it can speed things up, but right now it's going in slow-mo so that you're not drawing in lower vibrational experiences, so you can raise it. And you raise your love vibration by turning down your fear noise, questioning your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love, yourself, whatever, your emotions, what can I release, what's no longer serves me. So you're creating the space and you're doing things to raise your love vibration. And that's what's coming in right now. So they're saying it's just kind of in slow-mo right now. But the more you energy put into it and the more energy they put into it, the faster things speed up too. So there is hope there. So hang in there. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Minahil, you're up now. Yay. So, Minahil, in which month will you get work related opportunity? This sounds familiar. If you asked this yesterday, I did answer it at one point. Um, and if it's coming in here, I'm going to shuffle these up here. If I'm remembering correctly, if your other one talked about anywhere between now and October, and it had to do with your energy and what you were putting forward. So be sure to check out your previous reading for additional information. We'll see what else they want you to know here. Yeah, you have the Five of Swords, which there is this conflict that's going inside your head. This is what's impacting them coming in here, because there's this battle going on between head and heart. And I feel like that's what was your reading was about, um when you had asked this previously, because it has to do with the supposed to, shoulds, and need tos and have tos. The mind is saying this is what you should do, this is the kind of work you should do, blah 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 blah. But your heart is going, no, I want to do something else. I want to express myself, and your heart is in a place. And if I remember, it was about clearing away your like if you're going to a website and you're putting in, well, it has to be in these areas, it limits your search. And they're like, don't limit yourself, is what your heart is saying, is don't fill anything out. See what's all out there. What do I want to do? Nothing can stop me. I can do whatever I want in my world and life. So what do I want to do? And look at everything, because I feel like um, your heart is tired of doing the things the mind says it's supposed to, that other people have been telling you. And so there's this opening that comes up. You can get a job as early as next month or as late as October, depending on your energy that you're putting in and clearing away these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have limited you in the past. And so there's this freedom that's coming through this. And this is what I feel like this is the energy that was similar to that reading, but I feel like that goes into more detail. So be sure to check that one out. All right. And then Dijona Sturgis, you are up next here. You're welcome, Minahil. And then Dijona. So whatever you need to know, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? You got the King of Pentacles. Wow. So this abundant feeling coming into your life and this fullness of the outside world. And of course, one of the big pieces of wisdom that this King of Pentacles um, experiences is through the Four of Pentacles, which is developing this solid foundation in the outside world. And they develop that through realizing that the outside world is disappointing, right? That when it defines itself by relationships, situations, and things, it falls short because all those things are unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away, unstable. Situations like jobs and education never stay the same, unstable. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, unstable. So all that instability eventually turns the king inward and upward to find the only thing stable in this realm, which is the eternal unconditional love of the higher realm that we find in our heart while we're here. And we don't stop wanting things in the outside world. We just stop needing it. We have this fullness, and the world goes from lacking to above and beyond overflowing because we're filling up on the inside, and anything anyone gives is extra, right? I felt like there was this King of Pentacles also has to do with romance. After saying all that, right? Now they don't fulfill you. You find that on the inside, but you also have lovers coming your way. King of Pentacles in the outside world. Because at first I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I feel like that's a person represents a person coming into your life as well. But they wanted you to know all of that other to kind of set this up because you don't depend on this for your fulfillment and your definition. This is above and beyond extra. But I love this earth element, very grounded individual. So, it could be, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, um, energy there, but definitely you have this love headed your way too. But the important thing is to first realize that that does not complete me. It does not fulfill me. I find it within myself. They're extra, above and beyond, pretty awesome extra, but they're extra. Okay. So that's what's coming in, Daijona. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. And angel blessings. You are up. So who is manifesting you? Let's take a look here. Who is manifesting you? All right. So you're manifesting each other. You have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. This is like the knight in shining armor walking, coming in on a horse, So this is romance that is headed your way, and I like that for you there. You do have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom, which represents, there is movement in the outside world, and this is because of the work that you've done. You've been preparing, you've been looking at yourself, you've been making yourself emotionally available, clearing things out. And so there is, this night is on their way. There is a movement of emotion, movement of love towards you that's coming in. So it is a romantic, it's not a playa. Very, very different there. You know, this, sometimes we'll get energy of individuals that are in love with just the feeling of being in love, or they're in love with romance. But this one that's coming in, it matters who the person is. The person who's in love with romance goes, "You'll do. I just want romance." This one is like there's specific. They want an individual that feels this way and has this. It's not like they have a list, but there's certain things that they want to experience, and you are that full picture for them. So they'll be headed your way, and so be ready. Be ready. Continue to do the preparation, like you were saying. All right. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So Magana, hello, hello. Oh, fellow Aquarius, hello, hello. Happy early birthday to you, and a general prediction for the next month. Be sure to check out the Aquarius season if you haven't already. The pick a card, because that'll give you additional information. So choose one of your pick a cards, and then you have a bonus reading at the end that gives a 3-month forecast for all the Aquarius sun babies. So be sure to check it. And let's see, what does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, you do have this great clarity that's coming in here, because you've got it's like it goes from this feeling of deception with the Seven of Swords, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that felt deceiving, and maybe other people had deceived in the past or whatever, to the Nine of Cups, emotional wish fulfillment come true, dreams come true kind of card coming in here. So I feel like you do a good transformation of some old thoughts and beliefs that are regenerated. It's like the star card of hope that you're like, you know what? Why do I believe blah, 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 blah? I'm transforming this and I'm no longer putting energy and believing those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that limited me and made me feel small and powerless. I know who I am. And there's this Nine of Cups, this feeling of like self-love that just fills up and overflows out. And so I do feel like there's this click, just like it feels like a light switch suddenly just boom, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. And it's like you have this choice that you make. I feel like you're really grabbing this Pluto Aquarian energy that I talk about in that pick a card. And you're like, bam, I'm making this change. I'm transforming, baby. Look out. So I like it for you. Very positive energy, Magana. So that's what they have for you. So happy birthday. All right. So many blessings to you. You did already. Oh, awesome. I love it. All right. And then Shri Anu, you are up next. So anything from Spirit. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. All right, you do get two here. All right, well, that makes sense. I feel like right now there is this beautiful Aries energy with this Emperor, which is very empowering. I mean, I love the red in this card too. See if I can get it to focus in a little better. But they got this with this Three of Wands, this combo is that this Emperor has been getting a lot of advice from self-appointed advisors in their life, blah, 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 right? About who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be in life and everything else, right? Well, the Emperor is the ruler over kings. They rule their kingdom. And at this point, when you get this Emperor energy, it's time of the standing up. It's like the stability of the four, this master four coming in, going, you know what? I'm going to choose. Thank you guys for all your opinion. Everyone can step out of the throne room. Now I'm going to decide. I'm the one that decides for my life. Stepping up for that, right? They also put form around what they are wanting and they take action toward it. The Three of Wands is with new information, taking an off ramp and doing something differently, kind of alter the course that you were headed before. So I like this. It's like you've been living up, trying to please other people, maybe living someone else's dream, but you're coming into this place of I am switching direction and I'm choosing for me now. And it's very supported here. So I feel like this is what you're needing to know right now, Shri Anu, is you decide. It's your life. Yeah, everyone else has their opinion, but you get to decide and you get to change course. Three of Wands is you choosing to change course, to go a different direction. So I like that for you, Shrinu. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And Daisy, you are up next. Hey. So your professor liked your paper, just like Spirit said. I love it. You are very welcome. And you want to know what new opportunities will 2024 bring you? All right. Well, we'll take a look here and be sure to check out the energy forecast for 2024. I did have one for each individual zodiac sign. Whoa. So that will give you some extra input as well. It covers career, love, money, and it breaks out the year into 3 equal 4-month segments talking about blessings and stuff too. So be sure to check that out for more messages. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know here about new opportunities. Wow. Yeah, you have the Magician card and the Knight of Wands coming in. Both of these are about wand energy. The Knight is in pursuit of the Ace of Wands, the magic wand, and the Magician has the magic wand in their hand, that you become this conduit and stepping into your power, realizing, whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands here. So it's basically this message of you have so many opportunities that are possible this year, but it all depends on the energy you're putting forward. Whatever you focus on more is what you draw to you. Like attracts like. What we feed with our energy grows. So being aware of that, just there's so many opportunities I see. That magician is you have everything within you to make your dreams come true. So don't let anyone limit you because no one can limit you. You're the only one that can limit yourself. So whatever you focus your energy on is what you're going to draw to you. So I like this. They're like, this is a year of testing and pursuing your energy and going, you know what? I'm going to focus on this through gratitude, appreciation, love, laughter, joy, peace, and let's see what that brings. And you're like, whoa, it works. It does. Whatever I focus on, I draw to me. And it's not what I focus on with my mouth, even though our words are vibration, but it's our thoughts, our emotions, our energy, our physical actions, all putting out energy. So what I'm focusing on most with that is what I draw to me. So I like that for you, Daisy, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And I'm going to be on for about 9 more minutes. And I do have a donation. Thank you so much, June, for your additional donation. And you're like a general for next month compared with this year. All right, let's take a look here. Or was that last year? Is that what you mean compared to last year? Or I'm sure Spirit knows what you mean. Well, all right. So let's take a look here. A general for next month. All right. Yeah, look at this. So you definitely have this. Maybe this is the comparison, right? You got the Two of Wands in here. And the Two of Wands is really learning. Oh, compared with this month. Okay. So you have this choice of energy, right? So here you have the 8 of swords and here you have the 8 of wands. So like this month feels like the 8 of swords is you're looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets that have made you feel you can see they're blinded and bound and trapped by thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, but there's this movement of thought and belief and mindset here. And I feel like this is you moving into February, which is you are realizing whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. And that you have an 8 over here too. So you move from thought and belief and mindset to passion and movement and a lot of messages from spirit, but a lot of energy that flows in that month too. There's this, you know, big flood of energy that goes into your passion, which makes total sense with you doing your taking that writing course. I feel like where you're in your mind kind of this month is where you've been in, you thinking, reflecting, questioning, doing different things like that. Your energy is switching and you're like taking your world into your hands here in February, and here comes all this positive energy that comes in with that too. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands on the bottom too, which is the fastest moving night. So there is a lot of fast movement that comes in here. It's like February just feels like it flies by. A lot of not busyness, like busy for the sake of being busy, but you have a lot of activity that you're doing because it feels like you've got this second wind in your life. Because you also on the bottom of the deck have the Two of Swords, which is again getting out of your head and into your heart. So these two, this duality of this change up that you have here with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords is doing it. Yeah, very positive energy coming in here because it's like this movement, and I like this energy because it just feels like a second wind is like when we are like exhausted, but then we just get a second wind and suddenly we have all this energy to accomplish and do all this stuff, and it is very positive. That comes in here. Yeah. And then here's two cards that came out for you too. So if I can do it, there we go. The Sun card and the King of Wands. The King of Wands is taking their energy and super focusing it, movement, accomplishing things, and the Sun card, of course, is one of the most beneficial, abundant cards. So very, very bright month Um, compared to this month kind of feels like you've been through a big internal month, a lot of thinking in your head, but this transforms and it's like, boom, you're like a different person next month with this excitement. I feel like you smile um, 80% more next month than you have this month. That's funny. Your spirit guides are funny. They're like, "You're gonna smile more because 'cause you're excited about life." Yeah, and 8 of Wands again on the bottom of the deck. So, feels very positive here, but, of course, with that 2 of Wands, it depends on what you focus on. So, you have this great possibility of all this, but this is based on current energies. 2 of Wands is what I focus on grows. So, if I choose to focus on lower vibrational fear energy and lower stuff, it's a instead of a sun, it's like a flashlight. Or if you focus on higher vibration, gratitude and love and laughter and joy, a sun, sized experience. So I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Dune. So many blessings to you again. Thank you for all your donations. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. I got about 4 minutes left. I might be able to fit one more into this session. And then what I will do, I will come back on after I will. I go to my praying mantis member session after this, and I'm on for about an hour or so, and then I got to eat, run an errand. Then I'll be back on probably around 3:30 Mountain Time, which is what's almost 1 here, so about 2.5 hours from now. I'll come back on, complete out the free readings from this morning, and then I'll be back on this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. if you'd like to join me there. But I will come back on to complete those. So blissful. We'll take a look here. Yours is a fast and easy question. Do you already know your spouse? Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit say here? Well, you got the Justice card coming in here, which the Justice card is all about balancing and seeing things differently here. I don't feel like you have yet. I feel like there's still this, journey that you're on of letting some old things go, seeing things from a different perspective, clearing away your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around who someone is supposed to be, right? These supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, these opinions that were given to you. And I feel like you're clearing away. That's what the scales are out of balance because we're given so much, everyone, all our lives, all this long list of supposed to, but you're balancing it out, seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away some of these expectations because when we have so many, we see this like they have to be in this here. And Spirit says, well, that person's on back order for 1,000 years. But there's all these possibilities. And the person to come into your life next is out here. So we have to let go of these expectations and clear it. Then we see them. So I don't feel like they're in your life right now because there's too many restrictions. And as we clear that open, that allows that to come in. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So that will be my last free reading for this session right now, but I will be back like I mentioned. I'm just going to take some screenshots real quick here because when I come back, I will go in order of the and Kritika Malhotra, you'll be up first when I return eventually. And I will put a pinned comment in the new video when I come on the new stream. And it will list the order in which I completed the reading so you can find where you're at in there. So if I didn't get to you this time, I will complete it later. So thank you guys for your patience as we went through all of these. And just grabbing one more screenshot here. All right. Hey, Victoria, if you do have a reading request, Victoria, go ahead and pop it in there and I'll grab a screenshot real quick. Um, and for everyone else, of course, thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami. And it's something free that everyone can do, and it tells me you enjoy the free readings. Um, and I have a ton of content on my main page. So I've got, if you go look at those, and I have a lot of them listed in the description box of the video. We've got a 2024 energy forecast. I've got not solar eclipse that's coming up. We've got the solstice and those things. Um, them there, and I've got monthly videos about the sun going into its new sign and new moon, full moon, a bunch of different videos that are available. So if you want to check those out, those are all free and you have access to those too. Hey, Alexis, no, I didn't get to you. I will be back this afternoon though, but I am heading off to my praying mantis session now. Didn't quite get that far yet, but I will return. So we will get to your question there. Yeah, we'll find out. I saw your serious question. Are you going to die? And I'm like, yeah, unless you're a vampire, we're all going to die. But I know you're concerned that it's like coming very soon, but we'll look at that. I don't feel urgency about it, so we'll get some clarity for you though. So take some deep breaths, focus on life and gratitude in this moment. We all could die tomorrow. An asteroid could go flying out at lightning speed and end the world, and then we're all going to party on the other side. But we'll take a look at that when we return. All right, everybody, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we see each other again here in a couple hours, or this evening, or tomorrow morning, whenever you join me again, um, much love to you. You guys enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And just know that I appreciate you much. And we'll see you soon.